So, what if you could totally transform your mindset by changing just 1% of your day? Seriously, that's the big idea we're diving into today, the 1% metamorphosis. It's about a tiny, tiny shift that can lead to a massive, life-altering change.
Does this feel familiar? I mean, really, you want to train your mind, you want to grow, but your calendar? It's just a fortress, right? It feels like there is zero time, not a single minute, for any kind of mental or spiritual growth. And you know what? That feeling of being totally strapped for time is the single biggest hurdle for most of us.
Okay, let's just pause on this for a second, because this is a complete game changer. This isn't about you being broken or behind or failing at something. The problem isn't some deep character flaw. It's a tactical one. You're not lazy, you are simply unrenewed. And renewal? Well, that's a skill, and it's a skill we can actually build.
So the big question is, how do we actually get renewed? It all starts with a really practical shift in how we think. We're going to move away from this vague, kind of mystical idea of self-improvement and land right in the methodical.
And this lays it all out perfectly. See, that mystical path on the left? That's where we all get stuck. We think we need a whole hour of perfect, uninterrupted quiet time, but our focus is on the right side, the practical path. It's all about integrating mind training into the life you already live.
All right, let's get into the how-to, the nuts and bolts of how this becomes a real strategy. We're going to use a technique called habit stacking. Now, this is the engine that's going to drive your transformation, and believe me, it is brilliantly simple.
Here it is, the core mechanic. You don't need to find new time in your day. You're just attaching a new behavior to an old habit, something you already do on autopilot. You're literally leveraging time that's already on your schedule.
And yep, it really is this simple. Just 3 steps. Step 1, pick a routine you already do without thinking. Step 2, anchor a renewing thought or a piece of scripture to it. And 3, engage your senses to really lock in that connection, to make it tangible.
These right here, these are your golden opportunities, your anchor points. I mean, think about it. That moment you're making coffee, that's now a moment for gratitude. Brushing your teeth, that's a minute to focus on your inner strength. That 2-minute wait in line at the store, that's now a training session instead of just mindless scrolling.
So what happens when you actually start doing this day in and day out? Well, you start to experience the result, your very own 1% metamorphosis. And this isn't just about adding a new task to your to-do list, it's about forging a whole new identity.
The goal here is to get these ideas out of your head where they're just something you try to do and into your bones where they're a part of who you are. It becomes completely integrated. Every drive, every cup of coffee, every single time, it's a training session. Training literally becomes your lifestyle. And by making this choice, you join the 1%. Now, this isn't about being better than anyone else. Not at all. It's about being in that small group of people who intentionally, purposefully take full responsibility for the state of their own mind. It's a commitment to being proactive, not reactive.
Look, every single one of us faces this choice, the path to chaos or the path to renewal. By committing to a practical method like this, you are actively choosing that path of renewal. See, transformation isn't some big, single event. It's a series of small choices, and you're making one right now.
This, right here, this is the whole picture. For so many of us, our inner world feels like a chaotic battlefield, right? Full of anxieties, doubts, distractions. But through this consistent, practical training, you are actively weeding that field and planting seeds of truth. You're turning it into a cultivated, peaceful garden.
And, this isn't a journey you have to take by yourself. If any of this is resonating with you, connect with the community that's choosing this path too. Like this explainer, make that your first small step. Share it with someone you know who could use a practical tool like this. And subscribe to keep training alongside all of us who are turning our battlefields into gardens. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. This isn't about tomorrow or next week. It's about today, right now. Using what you've just learned, what is one habit you can stack, and what is one mental stronghold, that one reoccurring negative thought that you will begin to break starting today. The choice is yours.